Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video of PTSD Sports Play-by-Play. I know this sounds awfully generic, but if you guys out there have any comments on any kind of like great intro that PTSD Sports Play-by-Play would really sound awesome, either a music intro or some kind of elaborate fireworks in the background, I have no idea. But this show is as much as mine as it is yours. I want to enhance it and make it better for you. So give me your comments, like, subscribe, you know the routine. And thank you so much for spreading the word about how sports talk can really calm and help us get through any kind of PTSD that you might have. My name is Rich, in case you're new. I did serve in the U.S. Navy, and this is PTSD Sports Play-by-Play. So without further ado, let's get going. I did take a lot of notes during the week. Got a lot of stuff going on here, so I'm gonna keep my eye on the paper a little bit. Try to keep from stuttering and keep from losing track of where the heck I was. But one thing I do want to talk about very quickly: there is a new league called USFL. It's starting in April. And I'm going to dive more into that in future episodes here on PTSD Sports Play-by-Play. It doesn't start for another month or two, so I'm not going to really get into that quite yet. But I'm excited because I think, just like everyone else out there, you're a big football fan. And when the Super Bowl's over, you kind of feels like a piece of you is missing. So this USFL might be a nice fill-in, a little something to get you excited for the next new year. All right, well, I got here UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. Some of you may not be interested or not even know what it's about. Ultimate Fighting Championship is pretty much two guys or two women duke it out in an octagon, pretty much no holds barred. Obviously, no biting, no eye gouging, that kind of thing. But there was a match, main event, Bobby Green versus Islam. The guy's last name starts with M, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I don't even want to try to fumble around with that one. But this Islam guy, he's got a great ground and pound action. He always takes it to the ground. Once he had Green in a full mount, though, Islam pretty much finished it off with his victory of a TKO in the first round. It sounds awesome, but as a UFC fan, I love seeing a main event fight go the full 5 rounds. Because imagine yourself ordering a pay-per-view and the fight lasts less than 10 minutes. You just dropped, I'm guessing, $60 to $100 on a pay-per-view fight, and you got possibly 5 minutes of actual action. No, the money doesn't add up, and believe me, UFC will not get a dime from me. Just a word of advice: you may want to stay on YouTube and catch some of the highlights rather than drop a good chunk of change on a fight that probably won't last longer than 10 minutes. There was a great boxing match, however. Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. Josh Taylor was holding 4 belts, and he put them all on the line against the challenger Catterall. Jack was landing some vicious left hands in the early fight. He started with his right hand jabs, and he landed a lot of great left hooks right to the temple of the head. For an underdog, Catterall was definitely dominant. He was entering the fight with 1 loss and 13 KOs. That's a great record for an underdog. He owned pretty much the entire fight. The champion hit the mat in the 8th round, but the referee allowed the match to continue after a 7 or 8 count, seeing how the guy's eyesight was, seeing if he was able to stand on his own. Yet the lack of offense by Taylor was his downfall. Now, Taylor didn't really throw that well. He connected, but he didn't throw well, meaning his punches landed, but they weren't that healthy. He wasn't that strong because Catterall was really putting the punishment to the champion. Where am I getting at here? The champion got his hands got heavy. I noticed in the late fight. The champion, he got wore out, he got tired, and instead of keeping your hands up, he started lowering them down round by round, and it was just like a open invitation to Catterall saying, "Yes, please hit me in the face." It almost got to be. I felt sorry for the champion after a while. I really did. He was taking a vicious beating. Now here's where it gets interesting. Josh Taylor, the champion, won by probably the most controversial split decision I've ever seen. The numbers favored Catterall, and yet somehow Josh Taylor walked away retaining his belt against the challenger that really held his own. And Catterall, my opinion, should have won that fight. I don't have a dog in the race, but if you were to watch those highlights, I think it's about 10 minutes long, Catterall had the fight won. Call it fixed, I don't know. It was a hell of a match, though, back and forth. I feel bad for Catterall, but he did get his name out there, and I would assume that you're not going to hear the last from Jack Catterall. He's going to hold a belt sooner or later, just not against Josh Taylor. NASCAR. I am not a NASCAR fan, guys, so bear with me here. I do know that the Auto Club 400 starts at 3:30 today, Sunday. But I want to talk a little bit about Saturday night's Xfinity Series. Ended in dramatic fashion. Custer had the lead after with a few laps to go, and it was absolutely insane. With about 1 or 2 laps to go, number 19 Brandon Jones absolutely slams into these sand barrels. Picture a large drums filled with sand. Brandon Jones just spun out of control. The passenger side of his car just exploded on these sand barrels, and all you see is dust. It was a poof, kind of like a magic trick. It was insane. I'm not a NASCAR fan, but wow, that was intense. You should definitely check it out on YouTube. Go on to those highlights. Enjoy it. I know I did. The ending is phenomenal. Check it out. The highlights, the YouTube highlights, they are not, they will not let you down. You're going to enjoy every second. Now, as you can tell, I am a true Philadelphia fan. I love Flyers, Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles. Flyers are nothing to sneeze about. They're at the bottom of the Metro Division. Hockey's over for me as far as I'm concerned. But the Sixers, I can't believe what I'm saying. The 76ers have a legitimate shot at winning the championship this year. I can't believe I just said it, but it's the darn truth. They acquired James Harden, and they're sitting comfortably in the third spot in the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia will be a strong contender for the championship, my opinion. Now that they accompanied Joel Embiid and James Harden together, that's like a Batman and Robin combo. It can't go wrong there. The Sixers played the Timberwolves Friday, and Harden put on a show. The Sixers went on to a dominant win, 133-102 against Minnesota. Embiid and Maxey also posted double-digit points, which was huge because obviously you can't have one guy winning the game. This is a team effort. You got 5 guys on the court, not just one. The 3 of them love hitting on the 3-point range, and I think it was with 56 seconds left in the second quarter. James Harden fades back at the arc, throwing up a 3 ball, nothing but net, and he gets fouled. You guys try doing that. I mean, you probably played horse and just goofed around and threw the ball around a little bit. Could you imagine fading backwards at the 3-point line with a hand in your face, getting fouled, and making the shot? That's an all-star all day, every day, twice on Sunday. I am so stoked to see what Philadelphia can do toward the end of the regular season. I must mention the unselfish performance by James Harden as well. He had 12 assists to accompany his 27 points. We've got ourselves an all-star and a team player that can lead Philadelphia to the promised land. I'll tell you what, I am juiced. I cannot wait for the NBA playoffs. And I don't think I've ever said that once before in my life, other than when 2001, when Allen Iverson was just kicking butt. He was averaging like 40 points a game. But it's been a good 20 years since I said the 76ers have a legitimate shot. I am just dancing right now. That's about it for me, guys and girls. I'm out of notes. I love every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking. If you have any comments or dislikes, let me know. 'Cause again, this is your channel as much as it is mine. Next video, I'm going to definitely concentrate on this USFL. I have to do some recon on that. But God bless you and have a wonderful day.